The house was never truly quiet, not with twins. Even at night, it breathed floorboards sighing, pipes ticking, a distant hum that made the darkness feel alive. Mara, the housemaid, sat slumped on the edge of the nursery chair, eyelids heavy after a 16-hour day. The twins, Leo and Luca, had finally fallen silent in their beds, their identical faces peaceful under the moonlight. "Just a minute," Mara whispered to herself. "Just a minute." Her head tipped forward. Sleep took her faster than it should have. She dreamed of Whisper's soft, sticky sounds, like hands pressing into something thick. A faint giggle threaded through the dream, echoing and multiplying until it felt wrong, distorted to close. She woke with a jolt. The room was dark, too dark, and it smelled sweet, overwhelmingly sweet. Mara stood, her foot sticking to the floor with the wet shook. Her heart skipped. Slowly, she reached for the light switch. Click. The room exploded into brown. The walls, the curtains, the crib rails, the toys. Every surface was smeared, splattered, hand-printed with thick, glossy chocolate. It dripped in slow lines down the wallpaper like something that had tried to escape. Tiny handprints layered over each other, higher than they should have been too high. Mara's breath caught in her throat. "Leo?" she whispered. "Luca?" The twins stood in the center of the room. They were covered head to toe, their pajamas darkened, their hair stiff and shiny. Chocolate masked their faces except for their eyes, which reflected the ceiling light far too brightly. They weren't laughing now. They were staring at her. On the far wall, written in uneven, childish letters, was a word traced again and again. Playmare's pulse thundered in her ears. Her mind screamed, "It's just chocolate. You fell asleep. This is your fault." But her body wouldn't move. One twin tilted his head. The other copied him. "Perfectly, Mara," they said together. Her name sounded wrong in two identical voices, stretched thin, like it didn't belong to them anymore. Her voice broke. Guilt crashed over her, heavy and choking. She had failed them. She had slept. Anything could have happened. Anything. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I'm so sorry." The twins smiled. Chocolate cracked at the corners of their mouths. Behind her, something squelched. Mara turned slowly. More handprints were appearing on the wall, fresh ones. But the twins weren't moving. Her scream finally came raw, shaking the house awake. But by morning, when the parents rushed in, the room was clean, spotless, white walls, fresh air. The twins sat quietly in their beds, innocent, sleepy, their fingers clean. Mara was found on the nursery floor, clutching a chocolate-stained cleaning cloth, eyes wide, whispering the same word over and over until her voice gave out. "Play, play, play." And no one ever left the twins alone again. No one ever fell asleep. Because sometimes, messes aren't accidents. Sometimes they're invitations.